Hey you guys, it's me Courtney, and today I'm going to be showing you how I did this dog tooth pattern. So I had a confrontation, mild confrontation, a little argument on Facebook the other day with somebody who was adamant that this pattern is only called hound's tooth. You can't call it dog's tooth. Made me feel quite like a peasant, which I'm certainly not. So I wanted to do a video and show you how to do the pattern anyway. I've never done it before. Yesterday that was my first time, so I'm going to show you how I learned it, and hopefully that will help you if you ever want to do it. So I'm just painting these nails with my favorite white gel polish from Canny is 023. Get yourself some of that because it's an amazing white gel. I won't use any other white gel polish now. I've had this one. And once I get them cured, I'll be going in with some black to create the lines. Okay, now I've got them all painted white. What I'm going to do is do the first one and show you how I do it, and then I'll just do the rest of them and you can sit and watch me do that if you like. So when I was looking yesterday for the dog's tooth pattern, I just searched up dog's tooth pattern, and sure enough, up it comes. So you can call it dog's tooth. You can also call it hound's tooth. And this is the pattern that I found, but I want them to go in this direction. So this is the one that we're going to look at. So what I thought was, I can see there's black and white stripes going either way to make checkers. And so you end up with these black and white squares. So the one that I'm going to focus on is this white square here. I'm going to be creating the black and white stripes, and that will create the squares on their own. And then I'll be making these little pieces here to make the pattern. So let's see. First, I will just go in and do the black lines. I'm just going to go up and down and side to side. So for that, I don't have any Canny black gel, so I'm using this from Rargism. Oh, it needs to go away. In my way. Man, this is the kind of day that I'm having today, which isn't a very good start. Okay, I reviewed these liner gels in a video a while back. If you want to go check that out. They're not too bad. They're not amazing, but they're fine, which you'll learn in my video. So I'm going to start in the middle, and what I'm going to try to do is keep all of my lines the same width and keep them as far apart from each other as they are wide. So that will create black and white squares that are equal in size. It's quite challenging, and that was the hardest part for me yesterday when I originally did these. So I assume it will be the hardest part for me today as well. But the good thing is you can always go back when you're creating the pattern. I'll show you a little trick how you can tidy up your squares a wee bit. Okay, once you've spent what feels like a lifetime perfecting your little squares, then you can put it in the light and you're ready for step 2. Okay, so for step 2, we're going to be creating the lines that make the actual pattern. You could do it in black if you wanted. You could focus on a black square and do it in black. I did it in white on these ones, and actually when I zoomed into the photo, I'll bring it up now, when I zoom into the photo, I can see that the coverage is a bit shit, and maybe I'm thinking now I'll do it in black. So we're going to focus on a black square. Have I got black squares? No, I don't have black squares. I'll have to do it in white. If you wanted to do it in black, you'd have to paint the nail black and then put on white stripes. And then you'd end up with a nail like this, but with black stripes, and you could do it in black. So I'm going to focus on the white. So now I'll be creating a line from this corner up. Where am I? From this corner up and from this corner out. I'm not going to bother filling in this triangle because it's really tiny and that's too hard. And then from this corner down like this. So it kind of looks like a Space Invader. Pew, pew, pew. You know? Do you see it? That's what I was thinking yesterday. So that's what I'm going to do. And oh crawly, I'll need to put on some of this white gel onto my little palette here. And I'll be using my favorite liner brush, just a cheapie from Amazon. So I'm going to be more careful this time. Yesterday when I did it, I was a bit willy-nilly and just kind of threw them on and didn't think about how it would look when I zoomed in to the picture later. So now, as I said before, if your squares aren't perfect, this is a good time for you to tidy it up. So like this square here is kind of lopsided in that section. So I'm just going to put a little dot of gel in the middle there and use the very tip of my brush to clean up this edge and make it more perfect. And I'm going to come out just a wee bit and just a wee bit there. And I'll do that the whole way down on all of these corners. Okay, now all the top corners are done. I'm going to do the bottom corners. So my squares are pretty close together this time. They weren't like this before, but this is making it more difficult. So from this corner, it's going to come down, and on that one. See, that didn't really work. I guess you need to keep them a little bit further apart. But still, it's going to work. It's going to be fine. Nobody's going to be looking at it that closely. I guess in photos you can double tap and you can look really close and whatever. But in real life, like if these were on your nails, it would look fine. You wouldn't be able to double tap in real life. Although I do try to double tap sometimes because my eyes aren't great. So if I'm like reading the instructions on something or trying to read the ingredients and I can't see it, I'll like double tap on a random real life object, and of course it doesn't work. And then I have a little laugh and realize that I'm obviously getting old and can't see. Okay, so that's all those ones, and don't forget these little guys over here. Yes. There. So it looks complicated, but really if you know where to put the lines, it's not very complicated at all. You guys can do this no problem. I just used regular gel polish. I didn't even use my fancy, really thick painting gels, which I probably could have done a much better job had I used those. But that's that. Let's get it in the light, and then I'll throw some top coat on it and you can have a look at it. And then I'll go ahead and do the other ones. And you guys can hang around and watch me do that if you want. If not, that's it from me for now. And I will see you guys again very shortly for another nail video. Bye for now. So here they are finished. It got a bit tricky in the end because I haven't had any breakfast and I've had 5 cups of coffee and it's 12 o'clock now, so I was getting a bit shaky. So my plans of doing it better the second time around probably weren't great, but I'll photograph them and we'll have a look. But hopefully you found this helpful. If you're still watching this video at the end, thanks for watching. You're super kind and I really appreciate all of your support. So I'm just going to waste a little bit of top coat on these nails that will go in a box, and I will be back again with you very shortly for another nail video. Thanks for watching.